What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back off of the All-Star break for my NBA DFS contenders, the top 10 plays of the day for today. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. Use the promo code CONTENDER for 50% off your first week of Awesemo Plus, and follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to this list throughout the day as news breaks. Number 11, Terry Rozier on the outside looking in. Who will be the top 10 for today? Let's find out now. Coming in at number 10, we have Joel Embiid. 9,600 on FanDuel, 9K on DraftKings. Got the 1.15x multiplier on SuperDraft. Got a date with Brooklyn. This is pretty neutral across the board. Brooklyn's defense has been fine. Embiid has been playing to his normal rates as of late. This is a generally normal pace matchup for Philly, just a slight tick up. But Embiid is just simply too cheap for the ceiling that he provides. I see him as an excellent option to pay up for, although I do have a couple guys north of him. Coming in at number 9, we've got Derrick Rose. Now the matchup is rough. Milwaukee is fantastic defensively, but this is a big-time pace-up spot for the Pistons, and with Reggie Jackson being bought out, the keys are getting handed back to Derrick Rose, or at least you would assume so. 5,500 on FanDuel is way too cheap for this guy. I've got him in for 28 minutes for right now. Wouldn't shock me if that number went a little bit higher. I like him clear across the board, although the Yahoo price is a little tough to stomach. But honestly, on FanDuel, it's going to be hard to do worse than Derrick Rose at that price tag. Coming in at number 8, we have Robert Covington. 6K on FanDuel, but 5,500 on DraftKings. That is clearly his best price. It's a relatively neutral pace matchup for Covington. I've got him in for 33 minutes. It's the defensive matchup you're looking for. Golden State has been terrible all season. They've been 5% worse than average over their last 15 games. The cavalry isn't there in the form of Damari Carroll and Jeff Green. So for now, the minutes seem super secure. I see no reason why it's not clearly 30 plus. And against Golden State, he can very easily get hot from 3, grab a couple steals, and put up a big number, something in the low 40s to hit his GPP goal. Coming in at number 7, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 11-2 on FanDuel, 11-1 on DraftKings, but honestly, price does not matter here. I gave him 32 minutes. This is incredible. Over his last 30 days, Giannis is playing at a 1.95 FanDuel point per minute rate. That is just downright insane. That is a quarter of a point higher than when I have him in my model. He's playing at a crazy level. I can't fade him even at those price tags. Matchup against the Pistons is amazing. They have no way of stopping him. They just don't have those kinds of bodies. Giannis should roll here. The only question is, does the game get out of hand before he gets to, 24 minutes? Let's hope not. Coming in at number 6, we're staying in the same game, but we're switching teams. It's going to be Bruce Brown. Now, this is primarily a FanDuel play, although $15 on Yahoo, not too shabby. But Bruce Brown is a $3,800 shooting guard, should play north of 30 minutes. That is an absolute bargain, especially if you're trying to pay up for Joel Embiid, or Giannis, or potentially someone ranked ahead of him. Again, tough matchup against Milwaukee, but pace up spot. With no Reggie Jackson on the squad any longer, Bruce Brown's minutes should be relatively secure, at least for now. Go ahead and get him in your lineup on FanDuel. You don't really need him for 5,200 on DraftKings. Coming in at number 5, we've got De'Aaron Fox. This is pretty much just a balanced play across the board. I like him on FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo, SuperDraft at 1.3x. He's going to play 30-plus minutes, barring a blowout either direction. Memphis' defense is solid, but nothing crazy. It's a slight pace-up spot for the Kings, but nothing crazy. He's just at a price tag that works. I wouldn't be surprised to see De'Aaron Fox hit 50 fantasy points, which is what his GPP goal is. Probably does that once every 2 weeks or so. And I think this is a reasonable spot for that to happen. I like him pretty much equally, clear across the board. I expect Fox to be a big part of my lineups no matter what site. Alrighty, coming in at number 4. Now hear me out. Shaq Harrison. Look, we've got to wait on a lot of news coming out of the All-Star break. But right now, looks like Chandler Hutchison is not going to play, and I think that gives Shaq Harrison enough minutes to be interesting. Let me be very clear. This is primarily a DraftKings play. You can get away with small amounts on FanDuel or Yahoo, but on DK, he is the flat minimum 3K. Point guard, small forward eligible, so he works in basically every roster spot that you can put him in. I gave him 22 minutes. It's a pace down spot against Charlotte, and they grind the game to a halt, but their defense is terrible. It's not going to take much to get value out of Harrison. He'd need to go for about 30 fantasy points. I think that is very feasible the way the slate looks right now. I think that he could play more than the 22 minutes that I have him in for. Don't get me wrong, he can certainly play less. But as of right now, the way that the Bulls rotation shakes out, I think Harrison works as a fantastic minimum value punt on DK. Now at number 3, a former Bull sharing something with Shaq Harrison. Give me Jimmy Butler. 8,100 on FanDuel, 7,900 on DraftKings. I like him in both spots. I like him a lot on Yahoo. I like him a lot on SuperDraft at a 1.35x multiplier. He gets a date with Atlanta, and this is a dream scenario. Their defense is terrible. This is a massive pace up spot for the Heat, and Jimmy Butler was playing a little bit better than you would expect heading into the break. I expect him to keep that momentum alive at a roughly 8K price tag on both sites. You cannot beat that. Would you be shocked to see Jimmy Butler go for 50 fantasy points against the Hawks? I certainly wouldn't. Coming in at number 2, we've got James Harden. Now, I love this price tag for Harden on FanDuel. 11K for a shooting guard, not going to be much of a problem. Pairs really nicely with Bruce Brown. I'm giving him 37 minutes. He gets the date with Golden State and their terrible defense. But I think the All-Star break's going to be good for him. Getting a couple days to chill or do whatever it is that James Harden would do if he had a couple days off. But I like him here. I think he's easy to pay up for. As value opens up throughout the day, it's going to look better and better. I am happy to grab some James Harden. But I wonder if there's another Rocket I would rather have. And at number 1, we have that other Rocket, Russell Westbrook, 10.6 on FanDuel, 10.2 on DraftKings. Hell, $43 on Yahoo and 1.1x on SuperDraft. All looks good. He's got that same tasty matchup against the Warriors. But Russ was cooking heading into the break. 1.52 fantasy points per minute over his last 30 days. A little bit ahead of where I would normally have him. Even at a slightly lower rate, 37 minutes against Golden State seems fantastic. Get a bit of a discount in comparison to Harden's price. I just can't see a reason why I would want to be avoiding either one of these guys. I don't love getting to a ton of the combination of the two of them, given Embiid's status, given Giannis's status, hell, given Jimmy Butler's status. But I'm going to have a hard time on a 6-game slate not having at least one of Russell Westbrook or James Harden in the majority of my lineups. Alrighty, guys, that is it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders for Thursday, February 20th. Once again, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. Use the promo code CONTENDER for 50% off your first week of Awesemo Plus, and follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to this list throughout the day as news breaks. I will be dropping those news nuggets all throughout the day. I won't be on another show, so you won't see me again until tomorrow morning. But be sure to tune into the NBA Strategy Show Friday at 9:30 a.m., where I will be doing the Pocky One Chip Challenge for losing my bet against Laffy on the All-Star break. It's going to be awful. It's going to hurt, but you should come check it out. Best of luck today, and I will talk to you again tomorrow morning.